Students, in today's class we shall discuss question bank answer of first chapter introduction in part A. In that, first main, choose the correct answer. Each question carries 1 mark. First question, the scarcity of resources of an economy have. The scarce resources of an economy have options: A. Competing usages, B. Single usage, C. Unlimited usage, D. None of the above. So, which is the right answer? A. Competing usages. Scarce resources of an economy have competing usages. Next, second question, which of the following is an example of microeconomic study? Given options are: first one, national income; second one, consumer behavior; C. Unemployment; D. Foreign trade. So, as we know the meaning of microeconomics, what is microeconomics? It is a study of small part of the economy. National income, so it comes under macroeconomics. Unemployment, that is also macroeconomic concept. Then foreign trade, so it comes under macroeconomics. Remaining consumer behavior. So, one of the examples of microeconomic study, that is consumer behavior, what I have explained in my class. Many examples I have quoted. So, consumer behavior is a right answer. So, here microeconomics studies consumers, consumer behavior. This is one of the important theories, theory of consumer behavior. So, B is the right answer. Next, third question, central problems of an economy includes. Options are: what to produce, B. how to produce, C. for whom to produce, D. all of the above. So, which are the central problems of an economy? What to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce, isn't it? So, answer is D. all of the above. What is that? What, how, and for whom to produce are central problems of an economy. So, answer is D. all of the above. Then question 4. Traditionally, the subject matter of economics has been studied under following broad branches. So, options are: A. micro and macroeconomics, B. positive and normative, D. deductive and inductive, D. none of the above. So, which is the right answer? Traditionally, the subject matter of economics has been studied under two broad branches. It is nothing but micro and macroeconomics, microeconomics and macroeconomics. So, A is the right answer. So, next, second main, fill in the blank. Each question carries 1 mark. First question, the scarcity of resources gives rise to dash. So, what is the answer? Scarcity of resources gives rise to the problem of choice. Problem of choice. Answer to first question. Problem of choice. Second one, in a centrally planned economy, all important decisions are made by dash. What is the meaning of centrally planned economy? Where all economic activities, all important decisions are made by central government. So, the answer is government. Answer to second question, in centrally planned economy, all important decisions are made by government. So, government is the answer. Next, third question, in reality, all economies are dash. In reality, all economies are mixed economies. Mixed economies. Mixed economies. So, what is the meaning of mixed economy? If government and private sector control all the economic activities, then that is called a mixed economy. So in that kind of economy, public and private sector exist. They together make important decisions with regard to different economic activities. So answer here is mixed economies. Next, fourth question. Dash is a set of arrangements where economic agents can freely exchange their endowments or products with each other. So what is that arrangement? It is nothing but market, where economic agents are nothing but buyers and sellers, demand and supply concept, buyers and sellers, they meet together to buy and sell goods. Answer here is market. Market is the answer. Answer to fourth question is market. So market is a set of arrangements where economic agents can freely exchange their endowments or products with each other. So here you will have 4 questions. Next, third main, match the following. Each question carries 1 mark. Some items are given under A, some items are given under B. You need to match it. First one, market economy. Second one, service of a teacher. Third one, centrally planned economy. Fourth one, positive economics. Fifth one, normative economics. Under B, A, government. B, private ownership. C, skill. D, evaluate the mechanism. E, functioning of mechanism. So, how can we match it? To market economy, which is the right answer. What is market economy? Where all important decisions are made by private individuals or private enterprises. So, there is private ownership. Market economy, B is the right answer, that is private ownership. Second one, service of a teacher. Service of a teacher, that is a skill. The service of a teacher, it's nothing but skill, isn't it? So, the right answer is C, skill. Then third one, centrally planned economy. So, what is the meaning of centrally planned economy? Where all important decisions are made by central government. Hence, the answer here is government, A, government. Fourth one, positive economics. So, what is the meaning of positive economics? It studies things as they are, what is and what was under given set of circumstance. Hence, there is functioning of mechanism. How different mechanisms function can be explained by positive economics. So, answer is functioning of mechanism. Next, normative economics. So, what is the meaning? What the things ought to be? What ought to be? So, it evaluates the mechanism. ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಕಾರ್ಯತಂತ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ಅದು ಮೌಲ್ಯಮಾಪನ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿ, evaluate the mechanism. So in this way you need to match it. The correct answer should be matched. So it comes under match the following. So next, fourth main, answer the following questions in a sentence or a word. Here also each question carries 1 mark. In that first question, why does the problem of choice arise? Why does the problem of choice arise? That is because of limited resources or scarce resources, unlimited wants and alternative or competing usage of limited resources. So answer is limited resources, or the problem of choice arises because of limited resources, unlimited wants and alternative or competing usage of limited resources. Second question, what is market economy? So what is market economy? Market economy is nothing but if economic activities or if all important decisions are made by private people or private individuals. So market economy is one where economic activities are controlled by private individuals. Next, third question, what do you mean by centrally planned economy? ಯೋಜಿತ ಆರ್ಥಿಕತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಏನು? ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಡ್ ಇಕಾನಮಿ? ಮೆನಿ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಐ told you the meaning of centrally planned economy. So what is it? It is nothing but if economic activities are controlled, all important decisions are made by central government. Next, fourth question, give the meaning of microeconomics. Microeconomics is the study of small part of the economy. So ashtu badre saku, microeconomics is the study of small part of the economy. Next, fifth question, what do you mean by positive economics? Positive economics anta helidre enu? So it is a study of what is and what was under given set of circumstances. Study of what is and what was under given set of circumstances. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಎನ್ನುವುದನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡುವುದೇ ವಾಸ್ತವಿಕ ಅರ್ಥಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾರ್ಮೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್? ಮಾದರಿ ಅರ್ಥಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೇನು? ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ. ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ, OUGHT. ಹೇಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವುದರ ಕುರಿತು, ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಕಾರ್ಯತಂತ್ರಗಳು ಹೇಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡುವುದೇ ಮಾದರಿ ಅರ್ಥಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಅಥವಾ ನಾರ್ಮೇಟಿವ್ ಇಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 6 questions. Next, fifth main. Answer the following questions in 4 sentences. Each question carries 2 marks. So minimum 2 points you need to write. Suppose there is no 2 points, you have to write one extra sentence to that, which is very much suitable to that concept. So mention the central problems of an economy. So which are the central problems? Very important concept this one. Which are the central problems? What to produce? Second one, how to produce and for whom to produce. So what to produce is mainly relating to allocation of resources, and how to produce, selection of techniques of production, for whom to produce, distribution of produced goods and services. So what to produce, how to produce and for whom to produce are the central problems of an economy. Next, second question, distinguish between micro and macro economics. So micro means small, it is a study of small part of the economy. Macro means large, it is a study of large part of the economy. You need to give an example also. So by considering scope, then what is that, method of study, equilibrium, economic agents, domain, we can make differences. I have explained all the differences in my previous class. Take any 2 or 3 points or differences to give answer to 2 marks. Next, distinguish between positive and normative economics. So positive means study of what is and what was. Normative means study of what ought to be. So next difference, suppose we are going to give, then positive economics is descriptive, ವಿವರಣಾತ್ಮಕವಾಗಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ದೆನ್ ನಾರ್ಮೇಟಿವ್ ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟಿವ್, ವಿಧಾಯಕವಾಗಿರುವಂಥ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನನ್ನು ಸೂಚಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಆದ ಕಾರಣ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಟಿವ್. Positive economics doesn't pass any value judgment, there is no value judgment. Normative economics passes value judgment. Positive economics functioning of mechanism, normative economics evaluate the mechanism. Like that you need to make differences between positive and normative economics. Then only you will get 2 marks. If you write only its meaning like what is what was to positive, what ought to be to normative, you won't get 2 marks. Next, fourth question, what do you mean by production possibility set? So it is a concept of production possibility frontier. Production possibility set is nothing but a set of all possible combinations of 2 goods that can be produced with the given resources and technological knowledge. Given resources and technological knowledge. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಆವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವ ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಆವಾಗ ನೀವು ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ 2 marks. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಸೆಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್? the cost of next best alternative that is sacrificed for the production of another commodity. Cost of next best alternative that is sacrificed. Why? To produce another commodity. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಆದ ಕಾರಣ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಸ್ತ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಫ್ರಾಂಟಿಯರ್? ಫ್ರಾಂಟಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಏನು? ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಫ್ರಾಂಟಿಯರ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ graphical presentation. So while doing graph, it should be a curve. Frontier should be a curve. You don't draw production possibility frontier like this. This is wrong. It's a curve with the different combinations of two goods. To explain different combinations of two goods, like this, it should be like this with the A, B, C, D, E or F combinations. Okay, combinations of two goods. So I have explained two goods like corn and cotton to this concept. So it should be a curve like this. Many students have drawn this one like straight line. No, this is not production possibility frontier. Okay, be careful. So no need to draw graph, you need to write the meaning of production possibility frontier. So what is the meaning? Graphical presentation of all possible combinations of two goods, two commodities that can be produced with the given resources and technological knowledge. Production possibility frontier means graphical presentation of two commodities, all combinations of two commodities that can be produced with the given resources and ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್. ಸೊ ಅಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಬರೆದರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಅದು 4 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸಿಗೆ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇರುವ ಕಾರಣ ಅದನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು. ಎಸ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ 6 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟು ಬರೀಲೇಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇ 6th one, answer the following questions in 12 sentences. So it is 4 marks questions. Total here you will have 5 questions for 4 marks. In that first question is briefly explain the production possibility frontier. Again, so this is very important for 4 marks. So you need to explain the meaning of production possibility frontier. After that table diagram, then the production possibility set meaning. So ಇಷ್ಟು ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಆವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ 4 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಫ್ರಂಟಿಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಇದೇ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಒಂದು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ, ಕಾರ್ನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಟನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಅದು 2 ಕಮಾಡಿಟೀಸ್, ಅದರ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ABCD ಆರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ 2 ಕಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕಂತೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸನ್ನು ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. There is no question of underutilization or wastage of resources. Corn and cotton together cannot be produced in larger quantity because resources are limited. So opportunity cost works here. So if economy decides to produce corn more, it has to sacrifice some units of cotton, or if it decides to produce cotton more, then it has to sacrifice some units of corn. So it happens because of limited resources. By using all the available limited resources efficiently, fully, so the best possible combinations of corn and cotton, which I have explained in that table, A, B, C, D, E combination ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆಯೋ ಅದು ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಯುಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗದೆ, ವೇಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆಗದೆ ಇಕಾನಮಿ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತಹ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಾಟನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್, briefly explain the central problems of an economy. So many times I have explained this, which are the central problems, and this is very very important question for 4 marks. Many times this question came for the exam. So be careful, this is very important for 4 marks. So which are the central problems of an economy? As resources are limited and wants are unlimited, we can't satisfy all our wants at a time because we have threat like limited resources. So, while undertaking different economic activities by using these limited resources, economic problems arise or central problems arise, like what to produce, that is allocation of resources to different economic activities on priority basis. Then economy has to decide that what goods should be produced. Then how to produce, depending upon the situation of an economy, it has to decide which techniques of production should be suitable to produce goods and services. Such a suitable techniques can be preferred. Then for whom to produce. So, economy has to decide how to distribute goods and services, how to distribute produced goods and services, whether to distribute produced goods and services in open market or through fair price shop. So, all these aspects should be covered in what, how and for whom to produce to the question central problems of an economy. Next, third question. Write a short note on a centrally planned economy. ಕೇಂದ್ರೀಯ ಯೋಜಿತ ಅರ್ಥವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯ ಒಂದು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ನೋಟ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ಟಿಪ್ಪಣಿ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಕೂಡ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಡ್ ಇಕಾನಮಿ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೇಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಡ್ ಇಕಾನಮಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ನಿರ್ಧಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ತೆರನಾದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿದ್ರ ನಿರ್ಧಾರವನ್ನು ಕೈಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಹೌ ದಿಸ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಡ್ ಇಕಾನಮಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ಸ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಇಕನಾಮಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ವಾಟ್, ಹೌ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹುಮ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಅದರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಬರೆದು ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಬರೆದು ನೀವು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಎ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ನೋಟ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಇಕಾನಮಿ. ಮಾರುಕಟ್ಟೆ ಅರ್ಥಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಆಲ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಬೈ private people, private individuals, then that is called market economy. Like planned economy, here also you need to write the features and solution to basic problems as well. Fifth one, briefly explain how the family farm, weaver, teacher can use their resources to fulfill their needs in a simple economy. So in simple economy all face limited resources, and in the best possible way how people use limited resources to fulfill their needs. You need to explain, you need to give explanation to family farm, how it produces goods and service goods and meet the basic needs or family requirements, like that weaver, then teacher. So these are different groups of people. They use limited resources in the best possible way to fulfill their needs in a simple economy. So that's about question bank answer to first chapter. Thank you.